Loyalty. You speak of it as though it were noble, sacred, a virtue that separates the principled from the opportunistic. And perhaps it would be, if it existed as you believe it does. But it doesn't. What you call loyalty is something far more pedestrian, far more transactional. And your refusal to see this, your insistence on clinging to romantic notions of devotion, is precisely why you keep finding yourself abandoned by those you trusted most. So sit, pay attention, because what I'm about to explain will disturb you. You believed loyalty was reciprocal. You stood by them, defended them when others questioned their character, sacrificed opportunities to remain aligned with their interests, offered your time, your resources, your unwavering support, and you expected. No, you assumed this would be remembered, that when your circumstances shifted, when you needed support, they would reciprocate. They didn't. Suddenly, they were unavailable, too busy, dealing with their own challenges. They offered vague promises to catch up soon that never materialized. They stopped returning calls, stopped initiating contact, and you were left confused, hurt, wondering how someone you supported so completely could abandon you so effortlessly. Here is what you failed to understand. They were never loyal to you. They were loyal to what you provided, your usefulness, your resources, your ability to solve their problems, open doors, offer value they could not generate themselves. The moment your utility expired, the moment maintaining the relationship became more costly than discarding it, so did their memory of everything you had done. This is not betrayal in the moral sense. This is economics. People do not consciously decide to exploit you. They simply operate according to incentive structures you were too naive to recognize. You were an asset. Assets are kept as long as they remain profitable. When they don't, they are liquidated. This isn't cruelty, it's efficiency. But surely you think years of support must create some obligation. Surely loyalty, once established, endures beyond immediate utility. No, this is the second lie you tell yourself. You believe that accumulated goodwill creates a debt that must eventually be repaid, that the weight of your past sacrifices will compel reciprocity when you need it. It won't, because people do not experience your sacrifices the way you do. You remember every late night you spent helping them, every opportunity you declined to remain supportive, every moment you prioritized their needs over your own. They remember that you were helpful, vaguely, in the same way one remembers a useful service provider. The emotional weight you assign to those moments, the significance, the expectation of future reciprocity, that existed only in your mind. They appreciated your help in the moment, but appreciation is not obligation. Gratitude is not loyalty, and memory, especially when it becomes inconvenient, is remarkably selective. The moment your presence requires effort, your past contributions become irrelevant. You trained them to expect support without cost. And now you're surprised they feel no debt when you require the same. This is not their failure, this is yours. You established the terms of the relationship through your behavior. You made yourself indispensable without ever requiring reciprocity. You gave without boundaries, assuming generosity would be remembered. It wasn't and now you stand confused, wondering why the contract you believed existed was never honored. Because it was never a contract. It was charity. And charity creates dependency, not loyalty. And yet, even now, even after abandonment, you remain loyal. You make excuses for them. Tell yourself they're going through a difficult time, that they'll return when circumstances improve, that the bond you shared was real, and temporary distance doesn't erase it. This is the third lie, the most dangerous one, because what you call loyalty at this stage is not virtue, it is self-deception. You cannot accept that the relationship was transactional because accepting it would require confronting an unbearable truth. That you were used, that your judgment was flawed, that the person you trusted never valued you the way you valued them. So you reframe abandonment as circumstance, betrayal as misunderstanding, exploitation as mutual benefit that simply ended. You construct elaborate narratives to protect yourself from the reality that you were discarded the moment you stopped being useful. And in doing so, you trap yourself. Because loyalty to someone who has already abandoned you is not principled. It is paralysis. You remain emotionally tethered to someone who has moved on. You decline new relationships because you're still invested in the old one. You reject opportunities because you're waiting, always waiting for them to remember you. They won't. They have already replaced you with someone more useful, someone whose cost-benefit analysis is more favorable. And while you remain loyal to a memory, to a version of them that never truly existed, they have forgotten you entirely. This is not loyalty. This is self-destruction dressed in noble language. So what do you do with this? Do you become cynical, transactional, abandon the concept of loyalty entirely? No, you become strategic. Loyalty is not inherently foolish, but unconditional loyalty is. You do not give loyalty freely, but you give it conditionally, based on reciprocity that has been demonstrated, not assumed. You observe patterns. You note who remains present when your utility declines, who initiates contact when you are no longer actively providing value, who invests in you when the immediate benefit is unclear. Those people, the rare few who remain loyal beyond utility, are worth your loyalty in return. The rest, you maintain boundaries. You offer value proportional to what is returned. You do not over-invest in relationships where reciprocity is absent. This is not cruelty. This is self-preservation. Because the world does not reward naive loyalty. It exploits it. And if you continue operating under the illusion that your devotion will be remembered, that your sacrifices create obligation, that staying loyal to those who abandoned you is somehow virtuous, you will spend your life being used by people who feel no guilt whatsoever about discarding you. Stop mourning loyalty as though it was sacred. It was transactional from the beginning. You simply failed to read the terms.